So good morning, friends. Welcome. Happy Friday. It's Judith. It's a 1 hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. What we use in this class is a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you could substitute with a folded blanket, a beach towel, preferably on something, a padded surface, not hardwood or tile. The joints do not appreciate it if you try that. I mean, go ahead and try, but you'll be more comfortable on a padded surface. And then here is a standard yoga strap. So if you don't have yoga, this is easy to substitute. You could use a long skinny scarf, a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe tie. Any of those items could work. I rolled up a bath mat actually with rubber bands, and this is like a little fake mini bolster that I use for cushioning as needed. I also have a cushion mat. So you can substitute with a couple of small cushions, not bed pillows, from the bed or the sofa. These are yoga blocks. These are great props to have. I have very short arms, so they're like arm extenders for me. And these are the styrofoam version. I would not recommend the bamboo. The bamboo blocks are really heavy. If you happen to drop something on your foot, that would be a big no-no. And then I've got 2 sets of hand weights here. Hand weights are strictly optional. Usually you would only add these in if you need more challenge, if everything's gotten too simple or too easy. And then this is a set of 1 pounders. This is a set of 2 pounders. Nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class is the recommendation. And then this chair is a standard metal folding chair. Definitely no wheels. Preferably no arms, because we use the chair moving side to side. You can also use the chair for balance help. If you have an available wall, you could use it for balance, or a large piece of furniture like a sideboard or bookcase, something that wouldn't move if you push your weight on it. Also, if whatever's being offered doesn't work for your body this morning, you can modify. You could do something else, like a posture you enjoy, or you can skip it altogether. So you can decide, right? So let's start with the feet about shoulder width apart. I'm happy to answer questions at the end of class. Let's just get a gentle movement going, warming up the core of the body gently, nothing violent. So you're shifting the weight side to side, and you're looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you, giving a nice squeeze to the spine and all those spongy discs between the vertebrae. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep turning and twisting. Now the hands will be either a soft fist or the heel of the hand. You're going to tap right under your collarbone, the clavicle. You're still looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. We just tapped on the front lung point. Now we're going to tap on the back as you tap yourself on the shoulder, getting to that back point of the lung. That's Chinese medicine, reflexology. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly, you can start tapping the front of the midriff. The back hand will tap up higher by the kidneys. You're still twisting and turning for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to slowly unwind. Don't do it abruptly, just try to unwind slowly. Coming back to neutral, let's take soft fists. You're going to plant them right there in the hip crease. You could do this one sitting in the chair too if you have difficulty standing doing it. And you're going to lift up through the crown of the head. The back will be flat. And you're going to go forward into Uttanasana, forward fold, until you come to a sticking point. Those fists are still lodged in your hip crease. Now we're going to pump the belly while we're in this forward fold. So you inhale, belly expands like a balloon. Inhale. Exhale. You squeeze that navel up back toward the spine. So a little pumping of the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 8, as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back up with a flat back, nice and slow. Keeping the fists where they are, and then just shaking out those fists when you reach up to standing. Nice. Very good work. Now you're going to take your palms, stack them one on top of the other, and you're going to go up the right side. I'm not mirroring you for this. Go across the middle and then down the left side. So basically, we're massaging the belly, we're massaging the colon, encouraging it to do its job, its work, just like we did with those fists. That's encouraging the colon to keep things moving. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then shaking everything out. And then the legs can come a little bit wider, maybe shoulder width apart. And let's just turn and face that right straight leg. The toes can be pointing out maybe 10 to 15 degrees. You're going to take your hands on the inside and the outside of the leg as you bow to that right leg as far as you're willing to go, and then come back up. You might want to be near your balance support, your chair, your wall, your piece of furniture. Going up and down. So this is a mild balance challenge here. We'll do a couple more just like this at your own rhythm, your own pace. Try not to rush through it. Squeeze the abs as you go down. Next time you go down, let's stay down. And grab whatever you can grab. Shin, ankle, maybe it's the thigh. And you're trying to press the chest close to the top of the right thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1, staying right here. Now the right hand goes all the way up to the sky. Or maybe it rests on sacrum if that top arm is too much. For 4, 3, 2, 1. You've got the straight arm circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Staying here over your right leg. Now your left arm is going to go to the left. You're twisting to the left with that straight arm up to sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that top arm down for now. Go back to your right leg. Float back up. Hands on the inside and outside of the right leg. Slowly rise up. Coming back to center. Let's pause in the middle. Open the shoulders. Whew. That might cause some dizziness, but you should notice your hamstrings on the right leg. Now we're going to turn to the left, maybe 10 to 15 degrees. Inside and outside your straight left leg, bowing and lifting. Inhaling and then squeezing the abdominals as you bow down. Inhale and exhale. Saying good morning to your hamstrings. Oh, big full breaths. Let's do 4, 3, 2. And the next time we'll stay down on 1. And you can grab whatever you can grab, shin, ankle, foot. And you're going to pause here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying here. Left arm either goes to sacrum or top straight arm for 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've got the straight arm circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Staying in your fold over your left leg. Now you're twisting to the right. The right arm goes up to sky. You're going in the opposite direction now. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm comes down. Returning to your left straight leg. I'm going to come straight up. Line on either side of the leg, rolling the shoulders, coming back to center. And let's just come back to neutral with the feet directly under the hips, the toes point forward. Identify the center of each foot, that arch. Keeping the feet flat, you're just going to shift the weight to the forward part of the foot. Come back to the arch, rock carefully back to the heels, but the feet are staying flat. So just noticing how the feet and the ankles accommodate that shifting of the weight. You'll always return to that fulcrum in the center of the arch. And then when that starts feeling comfortable enough, maybe you think about lifting the heels as you rock forward and lifting the toes as you rock back. And then once you've got rocking motion going in the feet, think about maybe adding arms, inhale, exhale. Finding a nice, steady, slow rhythm here. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms are going to come to stillness. Keep the feet moving. Keep the feet moving for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming to stillness, very slowly, feet returning to the flat, nice and gentle. Nicely done. Now, let's go ahead and I'm going to take the chair. I'm going to face my chair seat, and the legs are going to come nice and wide. So here, sometimes we do this using a block, but you can use it using the chair seat as well. So the legs are nice and wide. You're going to come forward with your hands either on the chair seat itself or maybe on the rim. You can decide what feels the best. Maybe you want to rest your forehead on stacked palms. And now you're going to draw the hips back, like there's a strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind. By the same token, the crown of the head is pushing forward, so you're getting a two-way stretch in the legs and in the whole back body. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come out slowly. Legs are still wide. Grab the rim of the chair seat. Let's shift over to your right and just pump into the right hip. So the right knee bends, right knee tracks over right set of toes. The left leg is straight. Left heel digs into mat, left toes point to sky. Little pumps to the right side, the pelvic girdle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Glide through center without rising up. Now, left knee tracks over left side of toes. You're pumping into the left side of the pelvic girdle. The right leg is straight. Right heel is digging into the mat. Right toes point to sky. Noticing any changes in this direction or not. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. And now heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. You can decide what works. And move the chair off to the side to do this in profile so you can see. So now feet are under the hips, toes point forward. You're in the forward fold, Uttanasana. The hands can rest at the ankles. The hands drag up the shins. Inhale, flat back lift, only halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming all the way up to the thighs. Lifting the torso slowly, coming to standing, lowering the shoulders. Again, coming back to your perfect posture. Now let's take that right arm in front of your chest. The left arm is going to press the straight arm into your chest. You're not torquing off to one side. You're staying square to the front of your space, so you're screaming. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. And now inside elbow bends. Maybe the backs of the hands meet, maybe they don't. Little pumps. These are eagle arms in yoga. We'll do 4, 3, little tiny pumps. 2, 1. Nice. And then coming for winding. And wind slowly, slowly, shake it out. Oh. And now it's the left arm straight into the chest. The right forearm is pinning it there. And you're not torquing off to either side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stay the same. Inside elbow bends. Maybe the backs of the hands meet. Are really wildly different on this side. So you can see there's differences here. Maybe the backs of the hands meet. Maybe they don't. Little pumps. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Unwind it slowly, slowly. Breathing, shaking it out. Here you may wish to be near your chair or your wall, your piece of furniture, or not. Another little balance challenge. So option 1, feet directly below the hips, toes point forward. You're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the body, and you're going to press the arms away. So you're not resting your hands comfortably on the bum. You're stretching the arms away, which causes the chest to open, the shoulders to roll back and down. Breathing. Option 1. If you like more challenge, cross right foot outside of left foot, and you're squeezing those thighs together. So you're basically forming a little tree trunk with your legs. You might want to stay right here in balance. If you want option 3, you go into a forward fold until you come to a sticking point. There you will stop. Drawing the arms over the head or in that direction. And at the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling up with a flat back. Don't let the head dangle. Coming up. And winding the legs and winding the fingertips. Shaking it out. How was that side? So be near your balance prop should you need. We're going to do that again. So now option 1 is feet directly below the hips. Option 2 is crossing the legs, left foot outside of right. You're going to interlace the fingers behind the back body, this time the awkward way. So you're doing it differently this time. It's a different thumb on top, and it should feel probably weird because that's your natural, not go-to side. You're going to stretch the arms away, and maybe you'll stay right here. Option 3 is the forward fold. Until you come to a sticking point, you're drawing those arms over the head or in that direction. At the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Loading up, triple slow time, back is flat, head is not dangling, slowly rising up, unwinding, shaking it out. How was that side? And just remember that the balance changes from day to day, so no self-judgment, no competition, even with yourself. You just keep doing it, right? Let's take the chair. Let's take the feet in first position. So the heels come together, the toes point out, 30 to 45 degrees. Find a drishti point. It could be on a spot on the wall in front of you. It could be on the floor. Drishti point being simply a spot that doesn't move, and it will help you with your balance. We have to use our ears and our eyes to balance pretty well. So we're gonna lift up on the tippy toes, inhale, lift. Exhale, press back down to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay lifted with the heels on 1. Find that drishti point. Maybe one arm wants to come up. You're still on your tippy toes. Maybe the second arm wants to come up or not. We'll balance here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down. You're still on your tippy toes. We're going to do little baby plies here. You've still got the heels lifted. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, lift the heels, and then float them down nice and slow. Shake everything out. Nice work. And now I've just got one hand on the chair back, lift the right heel and just circle the ankle. So now getting out any air bubbles, any other material that doesn't belong in there. It's the ankle joint initiating the movement. And then you're going to circle the other direction. Very nice. And then slowly bringing that down to stillness. Shift the weight to the right leg. Lift your left heel. And it's the left ankle joint initiating the movement. Standing tall. And you're supporting right leg. And noticing any changes in this side. Circle in the other direction when you find the opportunity to switch. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Heel floats down. Now we've got our chairs, our friend the chairs. Let's proceed to sit in them. If you want to have your props nearby, feel free. So you don't have to get up and look for them later. Okay. And again, hand weights are optional, so use at your own discretion. So you're going to plant the bone mindfully onto the chair seat, pull the flesh away from the sits bones. Let's take the feet and legs a little bit wider than parallel. You're going to squeeze as you sweep through the center, and then you're going to sweep back with your torso. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And back to center. Let's keep the feet and legs a little bit wider. Let's lead with the chin. Think about flexibility of the spine here. So try to create a whip-like motion with your spinal cord. So you're going to exhale, leading with the chin. Exhale. And then tuck the chin. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale. Inhale. We'll do 4. Focusing your attention on the spine. 3. 2. Last one. Nice. Move back to neutral. Now let's reverse it. So now you're going to tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale, sweep forward. Crown of head leads as you come up. Inhale forward. Exhale. Let's do 4. 3. 2. Last one. Nice. Just rinse the legs. If you happen to have 2 blocks, grab them. And I'm putting them, the short ends together, so you have sort of like a little curve here. You're gonna sit close to the front of your chair seat, the toes point out, hands come in prayer. This is the modified malasana. Normally you would be doing this on the earth. You would either sit down with your bum between the legs, or in this case, you're sitting in the chair. So you're gonna take your elbows, you're gonna push into that soft part of the thighs. You're gonna keep the feet pointing outward, and you're trying to lift the chest. So you've got an isometric press going in the legs and the arms, and you're lifting through the torso, staying calm and relaxed here in Malasana for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming down with the feet, coming out with the arms, shake everything out. Let's go ahead and move the blocks off to one side. Let's bounce the legs here for 8, 7, little choreography, 6, 5, maybe fun, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly, slowly bringing it down to stillness. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab some weights. So the palms face them in line. No weight or one weight in each hand. We're going to shrug and drop. Shrug and drop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now palms face outward. Arms will stay straight. We'll move the 2 together, only to shoulder height. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Hold it up. Palms face the earth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then lower the arms slowly down, resisting the gravity. Shake everything out. Switch to a little heavier version. No weight or one weight in each hand. And the palms face outward. You're going to glue the upper arms to your side ribs. Working on biceps. Inhale, slowly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. For 8. Very slow. 7. It's a soft fist if you're not using the weights. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Only go halfway open now, so that the forearms are parallel to the earth, the palms face the ceiling. Little pumps here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind the arms. Slowly, slowly. Let's tilt forward. Let's put the legs and feet in parallel now. Elbows are bent. If you've got weights, the head of the weight is up towards the sky. These are called hammer curls. So we really need to use the weight stress to help build the muscle. And also you have to eat enough protein as well, especially as we age. So it's It's inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the arms back on one, the palms face the sky now. The straight arms are going to lift higher than your bum. You're going to keep the arms higher than your bum throughout as you pump the palms up towards the sky. For 8, 7, 6. Don't let the head dangle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Bring it back up. Roll the shoulders. Nice and easy. Tilt forward one more time. Palms face the midline. No weight or one weight in each hand. Flies. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower it down. Slowly, slowly. Nice work, you guys. Palms face down on the thighs. No weight or one weight on each thigh. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8, 7, sitting tall, squeezing abs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, very nice. And then pausing in the middle. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's stay on the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then back to center. Squiggle the legs, maybe bouncing a bit. And back to neutral. Let's move over to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back. Shake the legs out. Use the weights if you were using the weights. And just bounce the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Scoot forward on your chair. This you can do without the strap if you don't have a strap on the end going off to the side so you can see. So if you're not using a strap, grab behind the back of your thigh. And we're going to flex that foot and keep it flexed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you want to use a strap, you can leave the strap around the ball of the right foot. Even at the ends of your strap. Forearm behind the back of the thigh. Sit tall. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. We bend. Float the foot down. Use the strap. If you're using it, bounce the legs. Let's go to the other side. If you're not using a strap, left forearm behind left thigh, left foot stays flexed throughout. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you're using a strap, move it around the ball with your left foot. Even at the ends of the strap, forearm goes behind the back of the thigh. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Rebend, load it down, use the strap if you were using it. And now, this way. Lots of things to move here. Now, if you're still on your chair, we're going to scoot over to your right side of your chair. And this outside leg, the butt cheek is half on and half off of the chair seat. It will give you greater access to your leg. So this is gate pose. Option 1 is the leg straight, but the pelvis is squared forward to the front of your space. Option 2, the leg is bent. The pelvis is still squared forward to the front of your space. So you can decide. So your right leg is extended, the right arm comes up and over, up and over. 4, 3, big side stretch. 2, stay over on 1, top elbow bends. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay over on 1. Stay over. Take that hand behind the back of the skull and see if you can open up those top ribs to the sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm unwinds, comes over. If you want to have it assist that leg back in, scooting back to center, scooting over to your left. This outside butt cheek is half on and half off of the chair seat. Option 1, straight legs, the side, but the pelvis is squared to the front of your space. Option 2, leg is bent. The pelvis is still squared to the front of your space. So this side might feel different, so just noticing. So left straight leg, left arm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2. Stay over on 1, top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay over on 1. Hand goes behind the back of the skull. You're going to try to open those top ribs to the sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm unwinds and slowly down. Draw the legs in. Nice work. One and all. Bounce the legs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're going to do the sit to stand routine. You guys should be experts at this. So option 1 is you stack the palms over the heart center. We're going to stand up and down, without using your hands, hopefully. I'm going to add weights on my shoulder. That's option 2. Same thing, sit to stand. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lifting, then standing, and then sitting for 4, 3, 2. And this last time, don't sit down, but hover, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be straightened. Remove any props, shake everything out. Move everything off of the mat, including your chair, whatever it is you're using for balance, if anything. I'm going to take the blocks and move them to the narrow end of the mat. And that way we don't need to go scouting through them later. Okay. If you have anxiety about getting on the earth, I'm going to show you how to use the chair to get down very quickly. So you can get up and down off of the mat using a chair. This is also very doable if you should happen to fall. And you can get yourself to something like a coffee table, maybe a curb, something to help leverage you up. It will help you get back up again. Assuming, of course, you haven't broken your hip, but that's another scenario. Anyway, okay. So now you're going to face your chair. You're going to shift the weight into one leg, bend the knee, float it down. Second knee joins it. Now you're on the earth. To get back up, approach your chair. Maybe you want to assist one leg forward. Those back toes are going to be tucked. And most of the weight will go in the arms as you lift the bum up. Inhale, press. 1 foot under chair seat, 7 foot under chair seat. And then rising up slowly using the back of the chair to assist. So you don't get dizzy, you don't get the head rush. All right. So if you're going down the old-fashioned way, you can go inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, tongue will stay down. Now here you can let the head hang. We're in Uttanasana. Feet are flat. You can micro bend the knees left and right, keeping the feet flat. Stretching out that low back area, right there by the sacrum. It gets nice and tight and crabby and disgruntled many times. So micro bends with the knees for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Palms either go to the mat or low blocks as you step back into downward facing dog. The body's in a triangle shape. You're trying to press the chest close to the top of both thighs. Now you can start bicycle pedaling your heels, wagging your fluffy dog tail, your fluffy tail, your hips, your doggy hips, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Feet come to stillness, float down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. Here's where I come into service and the towel and fake bolster. Wedge it behind the knees. Then press the hips back towards the heels. Woo. And then you're going to extend your arms either forward on the mat or beside the legs on the mat. Forehead rests on the mat. If the forehead isn't getting to the mat, stack palms is option 1. Rest the forehead there. Stack fists, rest the forehead there. Option 3, low block, then rest the forehead there. And then once you've achieved your best version of child, just allow the body to melt into the earth. Letting Mother Earth support you. And dropping into a quiet space inside for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come halfway out of your child pose, only halfway. Top of right foot nestles into arch of left foot, and you're going to press back, smushing your bottom left foot, pumping fresh blood, chi, life force into that foot. Arms and hands go in the earth, meanwhile to the left. Right hip pushes away right, 45 degrees on the diagonal. Now you've created a ginormous stretch on the right side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Pause in the center. Halfway out of child, flip the feet. Top of left foot nestles into arch of right foot. Push back, smushing your bottom right foot. Hands and arms go on the earth to the right. Left hip pushes away left, 45 degrees on the diagonal. Another ginormous stretch, this time on the left side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Coming out of your child's pose and winding the feet. And removing my prop. Maybe you want to have your little blocks handy. The floating neutral table, hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. Tucking the 10 toes. Let's rock back and forth, opening the bottoms of the feet. If you are a Gumby person and want to sit on your heels comfortably, go right ahead. Others may find that not doable at all. So just find your middle way here, rocking back and forth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral. And tuck the toes, count the feet, tops of the feet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the coming stillness. Let's find our way to sitting. Here you may wish to sit on a folded blanket or towel or prop of some kind to lift the hips. You're sitting on the earth. I like to have the blocks handy. I like to prop my thighs so I'm not gripping in the hip crease area. So if the knees don't want to go to the earth, fine. But then just don't pull a lot of tension here in the hip crease. That's why I use the prop. You can use a cushion or a rolled towel also. Use the blocks necessarily. You can line the ankles in front of the other here for Sukhasana, easy pose. If the knees don't want to bend like this, the legs can go straight. The blocks can go underneath your knees for support when you're sitting nice and tall. So find the best version of this. Once you get it organized, let's just start circling the rib cage. Inhaling forward, exhaling, squeezing the navel to spine as you circle the back. Go to the 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other direction. Noticing any differences in this direction or not. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to neutral. Just taking the breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And now keeping the back flat, imagine there's a wire in the center of your chest pulling you forward. So you're going forward, the chest, and then back, curving the spine, squeezing navel to spine as you round in the back, going forward. Sort of another version of cat-cow, but seated. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do 2 more. Forward and back. Forward and back. Very nice. I'm moving the blocks. Let's go ahead and face that nail into the mat now. So you can either use no weights, you can interlace the fingers together, or you might grab a weight, or you might grab a block. So you can choose what works the best for you. Feet and legs in parallel, toes point forward. I've got a weight here like a dog bone. So it's inhale forward, exhale, squeeze it back. Inhale forward, squeeze it back. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay back. Now, lift the chest, drop shoulders away. Angle off to the side to the left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Pause here, take a breath. Go to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze the abs. 4. Transverse abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Release the weight. Come forward with the chest. And then roll it down, vertebra by vertebra. Oh, yeah. Coming onto your back body. Drawing those bent knees into the chest. Back of the neck is long. And maybe little rocks side to side might feel delicious. Or you could roll on the sacrum. The sacrum is that little bony part of the low end of the spine, right there by the coccyx bone, the tailbone. So you might want to circle on the sacrum. And if you choose circling on the sacrum, be sure you circle in both directions for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Knees splay apart. Feet are still floating in the air. Grab the ankles or the shins with your hands. The weight of those arms are going to open the hip crease even more. And since the feet are floating in the air, you can flex and point the feet. Spread the toes wide, circle the ankles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then feet come to stillness. Knees close up. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Very nice. And then let's take the feet back to the earth. Very quickly. Either no weight or one weight in each fist, each hand. Arms come up. Circle the arms like you're embracing a barrel. You're going to open. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and squeeze right over the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, close for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reopen. And here we'll just do little pumps for the pectoral area. Go to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reclose. Arms go straight. Bring it down. Let's go bye-bye. Grab a block, grab a block. If you don't have a block, maybe a rolled towel underneath the hips, or you can do palms face downward, just slightly under the bum to give you some support through your low back. If you've got the block, the feet get as close to the bum as possible. Press the feet into the earth, lift the hips. The low block slides underneath the sacrum. So that's down here by the butt cheeks. It's not up here by the kidneys, okay? So make sure you've got that block placed securely. One leg mindfully comes up, second leg mindfully comes up. And then from here, we will keep the feet flexed. Jump my socks. So flex the feet and then externally open and then point as you close. Big scissor move with the legs, opening and closing, flexing and pointing with the feet. 8, 7, different leg in front. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then close. Imagine the insides of the legs and the feet are glued together. Let's just do a small circle. I've got my arms on the earth in T position for support. Circling with the legs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. And then circling in the opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, nice. And then coming back to neutral. Mindfully bend one knee, foot returns to earth. Mindfully bend second knee, foot comes to earth. Make sure your block is still securely where it's supposed to be. You might want to stay here. This could be a restorative rest pose for Shavasana. Or mindfully extend one leg and see if that feels okay. This is going to be a supported baby back. If that feels okay, extend the second leg. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you want more, the arms do the same. Goes overhead, palms face the midline. So now you've got a supported baby back bend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come back down by the side. Slowly draw one foot in. Second foot comes in. Press the feet into the earth. Lift the hips. Slide the block away. And then very mindfully place that spine down on the mat with a string of pearls. Drawing the knees carefully into the chest. This is the counter stretch now to the baby back bend. So don't just, lunge into it. Slowly go into it. For 4, side to side. 3, or circling. 2, 1, nice. And then going back down with the feet straight, arms and legs at 30 to 45 degrees. So we're riding in Shavasana, a favorite pose. Maybe you want to flop those feet out to the side. Maybe roll a towel or a blanket underneath your knees if you have a cranky low back. Or add sweatshirt and socks, or maybe a blanket if you feel chilled. If flat on the back doesn't work, bend both knees, feet are mat width apart, knees knocked together in the center like a tent, restorative rest. If that doesn't work, and flat on the back isn't doable, you're going to roll to one side, stack hips and legs, rest your head on the upper arm, or maybe a block and a cushion in a block. Maybe you have an available wall and would like to do legs up the wall. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, crown of head, rising up to the sky. And then once you've organized your best version of Shavasana, allowing the eyes to draw closed, relaxing the face and the jaw, the back of the neck, and then noticing that warmth, our friend, the hot tub, enveloping the feet and the toes. And from there, the imaginary hot tub water moves into the ankles and the low legs. And then it moves into the knees. And then it moves into the thighs. Legs and feet now becoming very heavy. From there, it moves into the hips and pelvis. So the low back releases, the buttocks release. From the belly, the warmth moves into the waist and torso. It envelops the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon, all the vital organs marinating in delicious relaxation. From there, it moves into the chest and shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips. All the way to the fingertips. From there, it moves into the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body. right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together now. The whole body together. The whole body together. And here are some words from Pema Chodron. The essence of life is that it's challenging. Sometimes it's sweet and sometimes it's bitter. Sometimes your body tenses and sometimes it relaxes, opens. Sometimes you have a headache and sometimes you feel 100% healthy. From an awakened perspective, trying to tie up all the loose ends and finally get it together is death, because it involves rejecting a lot of your basic experience. There is something aggressive about that approach to life, trying to flatten out all the rough spots and imperfections into a nice, smooth ride. To be fully alive, fully human, and completely awake is to be continually thrown out of the nest. To live fully is to be always in no man's land, to experience each moment as completely new and fresh. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. If you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. Salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.